Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Mortgage Insiders Edition with myself, Kim Nguyen, and my co host, Preet Singh, as always. Today, we're going to be talking about ways to pay down your mortgage faster, especially in an environment where, rates are rising and we want to get ahead of the game. What are some things that we can do to kind of help pay down your mortgage and be mortgage free faster and sooner? so,
Absolutely.
so Preet, take it away here.
Yeah, no, Kim, this is a very interesting topic. Many clients basically ask this question, how much I can prepay in a calendar year or on an anniversary date? This question is the most asked question after the rate conversation, I would say, right? So, but the I would say the other thing around the same question is that I'm always wondering, like, how many clients are actually using this prepayment feature when they know they can basically prepay extra in the bank or the contract, lender's contract is allowing them to prepay. I would be very much like intrigued to know that kind of data if the lenders or the banks are willing to share, right? But coming to the main topic, as you said, the interest rates are rising, and we have been seeing that in the last 3-4 month window. We would always recommend that our clients stay on track with their amortization, which means the length of the mortgage, and they should finish within the time frame. So the best way to keep track on this one is either you increase your payment, or if it is an adjustable mortgage, variable rate mortgage, if the bank changes it, fine. If not, you should basically either dump more money into your mortgage if your pocket allows you, or increase the payment, right? So lump sum payment is a standard basically feature of all kinds of mortgages, and the range starts from 10% to 20% normally. All lenders basically provide you, right? So with what that will help is basically as soon as the client basically pays extra money, lump sum money, that will give you some room on your mortgage. It will basically, you will be paying ahead and you will be ahead of the curve if the interest rates, as of today, the interest rates are going up, right? So you would be ahead of the curve, right, Kim?
Yeah, so just to kind of recap for our listeners, when you get a mortgage in Canada, there's
Mhm.
always prepayment privileges. That's kind of what we're referring to. And these
Yeah.
prepayment privileges is essentially what you need to have in order to pay down your mortgage faster. Okay. So the main one that we just talked about right there is the lump sum payment. So going off of what Preet had mentioned, again, depending on the lender that you're with, some lenders will have as little as 10% every year up to 20% every year. Um,
Hmm.
and again, it will differ from lender to lender because even some of the lenders that we work with, they will only allow you to do a lump sum payment when it is the anniversary month. Okay, so just be careful. If you're someone in the market right now looking to get a mortgage and you really want to actively pay down your mortgage, it may be wise to let your mortgage professional know that you are interested in this lump sum, and we need to stay away from those lenders that only allow you to do a lump sum payment on the anniversary month of when your mortgage closed. So an
Yeah.
example is that right now, let's say your mortgage closes in August, right? As an example, that means that if you have extra money and you want to apply it direct to your mortgage, you won't be able to do so until August of next year. And to keep in mind though, if you do forget to do that lump sum, you snooze, you lose. So
Mhm.
again, if you are interested in paying it down, maybe it makes sense to go with a lender that offers lump sum payments year round, right? That could
Yeah.
be an option.
Yeah. So it's your point is that in case of an anniversary type of lender, that if you miss it and you forget about it as a client, then it's not carried forward. It's not carried to the next year. That year, that prepayment privilege basically elapses. So and as you said, the other lenders, I basically would also personally like to have an option where I could prepay any time during the year, right? So it is as we mentioned earlier, starting from 10 to let's say 20%. Let's say it's 20% I can prepay. Some lenders will basically allow you to pay multiple amounts, multiple transactions in a year, starting from January 1st to December 31st in a calendar year. And the minimum amount should be $100. You cannot go to the bank and say, okay, I have $50 extra. They have a minimum to basically add on for the transaction. So that will, in short, help you stay ahead of the curve on the mortgage payments. If your mortgage payments are behind, or let's say you just want to pay off the mortgage faster, then this is the most common way to use as a lump sum payment.
Mhm. And keep in mind too, when you do apply a lump sum payment, it goes directly towards your principal. So one of the biggest myths that I hear is a lot of clients will say, "Oh, Kim, if I do a lump sum, it just goes towards interest." No, that is actually not true. The money that you apply on top of your regular principal and interest payment, the extra lump sum, as we would call it,
Yeah,
that money gets applied directly to your principal. It actually
same day.
attacks the mortgage loan. It goes
Yeah,
right down, does not go towards interest. And secondly, as well too, like if you're the type that maybe lump sum doesn't work out, also know that with majority of lenders, they also allow you to do payment increases. So
yeah,
same logic applies where, again, depending on the lender, it can be, the amount that you can do as a payment increase can go anywhere between 10%, sometimes up to 20. Sometimes we have lenders that allow you to do a double up payment. And
yeah.
just keep in mind, any dollar that is over and above your principal and interest payment, that again will also apply to your principal. So helping you pay down your mortgage a lot sooner.
Absolutely. And you can use, some lenders will allow you to use both together. There's not or in between, there's and in between. So you can do a lump sum and basically also increase your payment up to the same amount, let's say 20% or 15% or 10, right? That is basically a win-win scenario as a client where you are paying off your mortgage faster, and that's why it's called as a prepayment privilege, because the bank is giving you that window, or let's say amount, that you can prepay and you don't have to pay interest on that money. The same time you make that payment, there's no interest charged on that money.
Mhm.
So this strategy has worked out many different times for clients to be mortgage free faster. And then in case of, let's say, this topic will lead to many different things. Like, let's say a client is basically making payments every calendar year, and now suddenly they have to withdraw money for anything extra down the lane, let's say renovations or kids going to school or vacation. Then you can go to the bank and you can ask for a home equity line of credit against the same money that you have paid in the past. Like, let's say even the values stay the same, there would be some room because you have prepaid extra ahead of the time. So you may have an option for a home equity line of credit. So which is again for a different time we could discuss about that. But
Mhm.
yeah, Kim, you have anything extra to add to that? Yeah,
And I would say like yes, and just remember too, like if you do want to take advantage of that, full application does apply though, right? So just
yeah,
make sure that you're prepared that you will have to do an application, income credit checks to take advantage of the line of credit.
yeah,
Now, still staying on the same topic of making you mortgage free faster. If let's say you can't take advantage of the lump sum pay downs, right? Or maybe you can't take advantage of the payment increases. Another option that I like to tell my clients is maybe look into accelerated payments or even just doing biweekly payments. A lot of people underestimate this, but if in when getting a mortgage, you are allowed to do monthly payments, biweekly payments, or weekly, right? Those are standard options that you get with lenders. But in any case, though, if you can't take advantage of the lump sum payments or even the payment increases, try looking at doing biweekly payments. The way that it works is in a year, there's going to be 26 payments. So, you know how sometimes if you get paid biweekly, there's a month where you get three payrolls.
hmm,
Well, in the case of a mortgage, there's going to be three mortgage payments in that one month. Now, with that very small change, I want all of our listeners to know that it could actually help you reduce your amortization, aka reduce the time until you're mortgage free. So by doing that small change, don't underestimate it. It can definitely help you out if those other options aren't available to you at this time.
yeah. It goes long way. It's not a like let's say short term. You won't see the results very soon, short term wise, right? But if you, as what Kim has mentioned, if you basically go from a monthly payment to an accelerated weekly or accelerated bi-weekly payment, long term, you will see the results of that. A small change like increasing your payment by, let's say, $50, $60 every payment will make a big impact in the long term. You will see some reduction in number of years. You will be mortgage free earlier, uh, as projected on the, let's say, amortization schedule, right? So, yeah.
Hmm. So I guess that concludes here, guys. Thanks for taking the time to listen to us, and we're hoping that you guys get mortgage free faster and sooner. If you want
Absolutely.
any additional tips, feel free to reach out to myself or Preet. We're always here for you, and we can't wait until you pay off your mortgage.
Absolutely. Okay.
All right.
Thank you,
See you
guys.
next time. Bye, guys.